Hi, guys, welcome to the Realm of Astrology. This is your daily horoscope for April 29th, 2021, which is a Thursday. But before I begin, please hit the subscribe button. All right, so yesterday I spoke about something that happens today, which is the Moon South Node conjunction. And at this point, at about 2 a.m. Pacific time on April 23rd, you could feel a little lethargic, you could feel a little less optimistic than you would otherwise when the moon is in Sagittarius. It could also be a complete cleanup, a sweep up, or whatever remnants of the past you have left behind. And that happens at 2 a.m. Soon after this, the moon moves ahead. Let's see the moon move ahead. And it sextiles Saturn. So let's see that the moon's right here at 13 degrees and Saturn's right here at 13 degrees Aquarius. They're making a sextile, a 60-degree angle, and this is considered positive in astrology. And what is happening right now? As we have let go of the remnants of the past, anything that might be lingering on, Saturn's sextile the moon and made that emotional change permanent. It has set it in stone. We might have taken a decision. Hey, this is from the past. This is the old me. This doesn't serve me any longer. It needs to go. And this will not be a difficult process. It'll come quite easily. And that happens at about 6 a.m. So at night on Thursday, all these decisions, all these things will be happening. It could be while you're sleeping, it could be while you're awake. But when you wake up, you will wake up with this energy. All right. And today, the next thing that is happening is something that I spoke about yesterday. So I'm going to pull that up on the chart. Okay. Mercury and Neptune are in a sextile as well today. And as I mentioned yesterday, Mercury is our mind, it's our logical thinking, it's our perception. Anything logical, day to day, grounded in this reality is Mercury. And what is Neptune? The completely opposite thing. It's the higher realm, it's the other realm, it's the spiritual path. It knows no boundaries, it has no reasoning. Okay, it just is. And when these two sextile, our mind, our logical mind, and our spirituality, our calling, seem to meet up, seem to align, and quite easily, quite easily. Okay. So these two are extremely positive things that are happening in the morning itself. So morning 6 a.m. Saturn will sextile the moon, and at about 3 p.m. onwards, the Mercury Neptune conjunction will kick into full gear. Conjunction, I said. Mercury Neptune sextile will kick into full gear. And the next thing I want to talk about is not the easiest thing for the day. However, it's not too difficult either. So let's see that. And the moon, let's see that. Yeah, there we go. The moon at 22 degrees will square, make a 90-degree angle with Neptune. Now, anything that comes into contact with Neptune can feel overly sensitive. In this case, the moon, which is our emotions, we may feel overly sensitive right now, which is at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. So the build-up could be at about 5, 6 in the evening, where you start to feel extra sensitive about things. You may start to feel a little depressed too, because Neptune does rule depression. You may not be able to see things very clearly from an emotional perspective at this point, or you may need to change your emotions to align with universal love and compassion, to act from a place of the higher good, so to speak. And that happens at 8 p.m. And if you are feeling depressed, or you can't see things clearly, or something is triggering you that wouldn't trigger you otherwise, just wait it out. Okay? Wait it out. And today is another important event, which is the sun has conjuncted Uranus. They've met up. Now, Uranus is a very sudden energy. It's an unexpected energy. It comes out of the blue. And in this case, there's a sudden change to our consciousness, to our identity, to who we are. There's a change to that. And it comes quite out of the blue. All right? And this sudden change, I believe, is in line with our goals. It's supporting our goals, it's supporting our healing, it's supporting these things. Okay, it's supporting these things. And it'll come out of the blue. So that also happens today. And this, I believe, the sudden change to our identity and consciousness follows the change to our projects and relationships, Venus, our day to day routine, mind and communication, Mercury, because these two planets, hang on, Venus and Mercury, they met up Uranus a few days ago. They met up. So the sudden change in that area, in the areas of our relationships, finances, projects, mind, communication, health routine, has already happened. And now we're imbibing it in our consciousness. There's a sudden change to that. And it's got to do with our self worth, our values, skills, finances, how we make money. It's got to do with all those things. And since it is in a semi sextile to Chiron, this energy right here is in a semi sextile to Chiron 30-degree angle. This sudden change has a healing dimension to it. This sudden change is also in a semi sextile to the North Node, which means it is going to bring us closer to our goals. It is going to bring us closer to our goals. And this happens today as well. And this happens as the moon squares Neptune, sensitive energy. Yeah. So that is what is happening. And overall, to sum it up, the day begins with a very positive note. Everything is positive. We will go through a sudden change. And the only thing to watch out for is the energy at after 6 p.m. in the evening, where you can feel a little low, a little depressed, or be a little overly sensitive. But let that energy pass, and by about 10 p.m., it should be over. The sensitive, oversensitive, depressing energy of Neptune. And now I'm not going to speak about April 29th any longer, but I will give you a brief background as to what is happening in the astrology. The first thing that I want to mention is that the first thing that I want to mention is Saturn has moved forward, Jupiter has moved forward, Neptune has moved forward, Chiron has moved forward, Uranus has moved forward, all in the span of the last 2 weeks. The nodes have moved forward. A lot of forward movement has happened in the past few weeks, especially in the past 2 weeks. Okay, that's one. Two, there are lots of little things today, okay, so bear with me. Saturn is trining the North Node as we move towards our goals, which are unconventional, with the semi-sextile to Uranus. We are feeling supported as Saturn is giving us the energy to build those goals. Okay? And as I just mentioned, our goals, that what we are moving towards, are unconventional. They are something that came out of the blue that you didn't expect would happen. The next thing is the Uranus, Chiron, semi-sextile. We will heal in unconventional ways this year. We will heal, and this energy is going to be with us all year. We will heal through unconventional values, unconventional skill sets, unconventional ways of making money. This is going to be with us all year. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Chiron North Node sextile. As we move towards our goals, we are going to heal our identity, and energy is going to be with us for a little bit of time. And the next thing I want to talk about is the Saturn Chiron sextile 60-degree angle. Around Feb, we found something, we started to take a decision, we started to build something that would heal our identity, and that something would be tangible by the end of the year. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Saturn Uranus square. This, I believe, is the theme of the year, and this happens extremely rarely. And what is this all about? This is all about getting rid of the old, getting rid of the old ways of being and thinking, and coming into who you actually are, not who you think you should be. And by the end of the year, who you are on the inside, your authentic self, will be tangible, visible, palpable to the whole world. And let me tell you, this may not feel easy because it's a square. Squares don't feel easy. They demand action, they demand change. So you will have to take action, you will have to change to let go of the ideas of who you think you should be and become who you actually are. And that's something someone will be tangible by the end of the year. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Saturn Jupiter conjunction at 0 degrees of Aquarius right here that happened in December of 2020, and it ended a cycle that started in the year 2000 and started a new cycle that will stay with us till 2040. We've seen most of what this cycle will be about, not fully though, and we will take next 2 years to build the foundation for this 20-year cycle. The second last thing I want to touch upon is the Pluto Saturn conjunction that happened around here at 22 degrees of Capricorn in Jan of 2020. And this cycle shifted our material reality completely. It ended a cycle that began for us in 1982 and 1984. And if you weren't born then, since you were born, and in Jan of 2020, our material reality shifted completely. And this material reality will stay with us till 2053. The last thing I want to talk about are the nodes. The North Node is in Gemini and the South Node is in Sagittarius. They were in the same placement between 2001 and 2003. And between then, whatever themes, events, people, situations came into your life, you will be dealing with, resolving, building upon, reviewing, revisiting those same themes, people, events, situations. And that's all I have to say for today. Have a great day. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.